The road through Ashvale. Low wind, crunch of gravel. There is a road no map dares show. A road that cuts through Ashvale, where the trees lean too close and the mist never lifts. Travelers once passed through it to reach the northern villages, but now the path lies abandoned. When I was a boy, the elders told us why. Somewhere deep within the vale stood a mill, a place where no water turned the wheel and no grain was ever ground. They called it the skin-taker's mill. It was not built, they said, but grown, from timber black as charred bone. And at night the wheel would turn on its own, creaking against the silence. Those who entered were never seen again, except sometimes pieces of them were found hanging from the trees, cured like leather. I laughed at those stories once. I don't laugh anymore. Act 2. The mill appears, wood creaking, faint water wheel turning. It was late October when I dared take the road. Foolish courage, I told myself. Shortcut, nothing more. The mist thickened until I could barely see the ground beneath my feet. And then I heard it, the slow, rhythmic groan of a water wheel. Through the fog it rose. The mill, taller than I'd imagined, its planks black with rot, its windows weeping candlelight, though no flame burned inside. The wheel turned in air, dripping with a liquid thicker than water, redder than rust. I should have fled, but something drew me closer. A voice, low and cracked, whispering my name from within the timbers. Act 3. Inside the mill door creaks open, hollow echo inside. The air inside was heavy, sweet and rancid, like meat left too long in the sun. The floor was littered with scraps of hide, stitched into crude shapes, dolls maybe, or warnings. On the far wall hung aprons, gloves, and masks, all stitched from human skin. Some were fresh, some were centuries old. All bore the mark of a craftsman who had never stopped working. A ledger lay on a crooked table, its pages inked in brown that was not ink. I read, each line more terrible than the last. One traveler, nameless, spine brittle, but skin supple. 3 children, offered by their mother, their hides stretched and cured. A priest, screaming until the wheel took his voice. The final entry was left blank, save for one word: waiting. Act 4. The miller grinding sound, slow footsteps approaching. The wheel groaned louder, and from the shadows he came. Tall, gaunt, wrapped in an apron stitched from countless hides. His face was hidden beneath a mask, pale and expressionless, sewn together from fragments of many. Where his eyes should have been, there were only holes. Black, bottomless, endless. He did not speak. Instead, he raised one hand, long and thin as a spider's leg. In it, he held a knife that gleamed wetly, though no light touched it. When he moved, it was not with speed, but inevitability, as though he had always been walking toward me and I had only now noticed. Act 5. The binding, churning wheel screams muffled. I fled, but the mill is not a place of escape. Its halls bend back upon themselves, every door leading deeper inside. No matter how far I ran, I found myself always returning to the wheel. The miller watched, silent, patient. And when I collapsed before him, breath ragged, he placed his knife upon my chest. Not cutting, not yet, simply marking, measuring, choosing. I screamed that I had nothing to give, no riches, no worth. His mask tilted, and for the first time he spoke. His voice was not his own. It was the voices of every soul the mill had devoured, speaking as one. You have skin, and skin is all. Act V. The escape that isn't footsteps running, heartbeat thudding, wind rising. I don't remember how I left. One moment his blade pressed against me. The next I was stumbling through the mist, the mill shrinking behind me until it vanished altogether. I thought I was free. I thought I had escaped. But when I reached the village, people stared in horror. My friends turned from me. My own mother wept at the sight. Only when I looked into the mirror did I see why. My skin was not mine. It hung too loose, stitched in places I had never been cut. Across my chest, faint letters spelled out a name I did not know. The miller had spared me, but only to wear me as his work. I am no longer myself. I'm one of his creations. And each night, when I close my eyes, I hear the wheel turning in the distance, closer with every dream. Closing water wheel groans, knife scraping, fade to silence. So beware, Ashvale. Beware the road no map will show. For the mill still stands in the fog, its wheel ever turning, its ledger ever waiting. And the skin taker never stops his work. He only waits for you to come and give him what is already his. Your skin. Long creak. Cut to silence.